Alright folks, I'm here at V.E. Macy Park again. This is called Woodlands Lake. The last time I was here I was fishing into the Sawmill River. I believe this is connected to, there's a dam right here that I believe is the Sawmill River, and I think it also goes beyond the lake up on the north side. In fact, I don't even know which direction the park is in. So the second I pull in, a guy sees me getting my gear ready, and I was fixing up my chatterbait, and he's like, "What are you expecting to catch here with that?" I said, "Well, I'm hoping for largemouth bass." And this guy was just so incredulous at the idea of there being largemouth bass in here. Word to the wise, like, don't do that. Don't rain on someone's parade the second they get somewhere. But I just stopped in this little spot here because I don't see him right now, but amongst all these bluegill, you probably can't see them either, but there's a whole load of bluegill. There was a largemouth bass, so there are largemouth bass in here. Everybody just calm down. I kind of knew that because I caught a largemouth bass in the Sawmill River like a week ago. But anyway, I have a Ned rig with a craw on right now. I might actually switch to something weightless now that I'm looking at the vegetation and stuff. But let's just toss it in, see what happens. It's a little. It's actually a Yamamoto craw. Had one, not a big one by any means. Still going that little Yamamoto craw. It's actually a Nico rig, but it works just fine. Have it weedless, slightly smaller profile, and it doesn't have that weight to get all caught up in the weeds. Let's see if I can see a bass right now. It's a lot of little sunfish, but honestly they might go for this too. Bass in here. I'm gonna stay way back because I know they can probably see me too. Again, it's amongst a lot of bluegills. Very skittish. There's a fish. It's a largemouth. So yeah, buddy in the parking lot, Mr. Parking Lot Man, who wants to tell me I can't catch largemouth bass in here. There's a largemouth bass for you. Woodlands Lake, tiny little largemouth bass, but it's a bass. Don't tell me where I can and cannot catch largemouth bass. There's a nice fatty too. Wow. That was on a wacky rigged Senko craw. Somebody struck it. Somebody else struck it. Got another one. Very next cast. And that's a bigger one, slightly. Look at that. Again, Parking Lot Man. These are cute little bass. Don't tell me what. Seriously. Look at that. It's thick too. It's thick. It's not big enough to keep, but it's thick. Let's go. Oh. Need another crawl. Another one. Another one. Hey, it's my camera. There we go. Another pretty little guy. They look good. They're nice and fat and healthy, but just small. There's a lot of nice big carp in here, a lot of big snapping turtles. Bass, I'm not sure. Okay, so guys, I've walked a while along this lake in like the northerly direction, and I think what's happening is that the sawmill does go, I mean it's flowing south, but it does go beyond Woodlands Lake north. Up here could even be the park that I was fishing in the sawmill, but that also means I don't know if there's anything that can get us to the other side of the lake except for going back. This is all pretty overgrown. There's no like trails that I can see, so we're just gonna walk back. I'm gonna try the other side of the lake now, see if I can find some shady spots. Oh, there's a good one. Maybe he'll go for it. Oh yeah, he's interested. Let's try a better cast. Yes, yes, got him. Number 4. Ugh. Well, you hate to see that, but he'll be all right. Okay, we're getting some attention over here. What usually happens is if there's a bunch of sunfish and only a couple bass, when your bait hits the water, or even sometimes when you're casting, the sunfish will all scatter, whereas the bass, if it scatters, it might just scatter for a little bit, but it'll immediately turn around and go for your bait. So I'm looking at a guy right now. Now he's over there. See all that scatter? But if I did the right thing, that bass will go back to it. There's some fish. Another little guy. They're all little, but they're still fun. Okay folks, I'm gonna wrap it up from here. I'm actually not really feeling well, so I just wanted to pick a place close to home to get a little fishing done. But so this is actually called the Great Hunger Park. I think it's a memorial to Irish famine victims and survivors. It used to be part of V.E. Macy Park, but now I guess it's considered its own thing. So that's what this statue is behind me. Anyway, you know, small fish, but good, healthy, fat fish. And I think I'm far enough along on my like fishing journey that I can't let, you know, random people in parking lots tell me, you know, what's what as far as the rules and as far as what you are and are not going to catch when you get your line wet. You know, to be honest, I would rather fish for 3 hours and find out something myself, like for instance that there are no bass in this lake, than to have someone tell me the second I get here. Because, you know, the journey is what it's all about. It's learning things as you go along, and I wouldn't have it any other way. As Aerosmith once said, life's the journey, a journey, not a destination. And we just can't tell, and we can't quite tell just what tomorrow brings. So that ties into my, you know, fish like there's no tomorrow motto. But anyway, yeah, don't listen to random people. do what you want to do. You've researched this more than they have. You know what you're doing. Make sure you follow all the rules and regulations. But besides that, like, just tell these people to shut up or be nicer about it, whatever. Now, the chatterbait that guy saw me setting up with, maybe that wouldn't have worked because the fish were all pretty small. But first of all, you never know. I mean, there are probably bigger fish in here. And second of all, sometimes the small ones go after the craziest, biggest lures you can think of. But the great part is, the last thing I told that guy before he drove away was, I would love to prove you wrong. So I did. Anyway, on that note, fish like there's no tomorrow. We'll see you on down the trail. Check it.